Luke Leatherman from Feuling Parts to discuss our OE Plus hydraulic cam chain upgrade kits for the early 99 to 06 model twin cam Harley-Davidson engines. You guys are familiar with the mechanical tensioners, spring tensioners that were problematic in the early 99 to 06 models. We have the answer to upgrade the engine using one kit, one part number, to meet your customer's needs. First kit I'd like to talk about is for your price-conscious customer that is looking at reusing his existing camshafts. These cams have the larger sprocket on them where they use the silent chain, and what this kit allows you to do is upgrade it and use the roller chain on the outside and use the hydraulic tensioners. We have kits available for the early style Magneti Marelli ignition and the Delphi ignition. So in all our OE Plus kits, we have a total of 4. 2 options for the original style camshafts, Magneti Marelli and Delphi ignition. And then we have the options for your customer that's looking at upgrading camshafts. We would highly recommend using a conversion style camshafts. It's more or less a hybrid camshaft that uses the late 07 to 17 style outer journal with the early style smaller inner cam journal. So hybrid camshaft. Once again, these kits are available for the Delphi and Magneti Marelli ignition. Plus side of using the conversion camshafts is you get to use the cam plate and set up just like in an 07 to 17 model engine where we get rid of the cam bearings. Oil pumps and cam plates that are included in the kit, proudly made in America. The oil pumps, we have the pressure side, is 10% higher volume than the factory pump and 16% larger than the factory scavenge side. So we do see a nice increase in both pressure and scavenge volume. And the cam plates, we pressure test here at the factory. We seat and seal the relief valve. We like to see the total pop off at 55 to 60 psi, and we like to see the valve reseated and sealed at around 30-35 psi. And this is going to ensure that your customer has good hot idle oil pressure. As far as the stuff included in the kit, we use Timken Torrington bearings and include ARP hardware for both the tensioner housings and the cam and crank bolt. We highly recommend when you're working on these engines that you always replace the cam and crank bolt. Our pads, as far as our hydraulic tensioner pads, we use a nylon material. It's very similar to what Harley-Davidson uses, and it's something that's widely and commonly used in the automotive industries. It's a good material. We also went through some extensive R&D and testing where we added some Teflon to it. And what we found is it made the pad slightly slicker, and we also spent some time focusing on our tool to make the pads conform to the chain and as slick as possible. Feuling OE Plus kits, once again available for conversion camshafts or conversion cam plates that use the original style cams, and all of our kits are proudly made in America.